Good morning to you. It's about 11 o'clock. I'm walking about and look what I've just seen around here. Look at that poster now. It's the one from the other day. The event went really well, that. Look. Hello swans. Sorry I haven't been in touch. I've been away in Blackpool, as you know, filming for a short film, doing behind the scenes and what have you. So that I don't just do this, you know, I do other things. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to talk about Keckwick Brook and talk about the issues surrounding floodplains. As you know, there's a little brook called Keckwick Brook, and it's like an inland river. It's sort of all the runoff from all the little streams in this area. They all run down towards Keckwick Brook, and then Keckwick Brook goes down to the Mersey, which actually now is the ship canal it runs off into. Right now, Keckwick Brook is struggling as is. It hasn't had any dredging for a long time, and it's been very overwhelmed. It doesn't take much for the rain to affect it. So, you know me, I like to get out and about and see what the effects of the current housing building. So yeah, Keckwick Brook is very, it's getting boxed in at this moment in time. You've got houses starting to surround it in all directions. And before you've even got to the development that we're trying to stop, it's overwhelmed as is. So you've got little streams like this that run all the way along and down, and it often overflows here and goes down to there, and there's nothing to stop it. People have tried to stop it for a long time, trying to get rid of that problem, but these streams just overflow all the time with a little bit of rain, and they all go down to Keckwick. Next to Wolverton Drive at the moment, and this often overflows onto the main pathway because the amount of houses we've built already in this area means that a lot of it just got nowhere else to go, basically. And look what I've just seen on the way up to the shop first. You beautiful people, looking a bit worse for wear now with all the rain we've had, but it's still got the information there. That's all we need. Keep posting them, guys. One thing that I noticed, by the way, as I've been walking to the shop, it's been a while since I've been there, I've noticed on quite a few bins there's a lot of posters up, and I can't thank all of you enough for everything that you've been doing to put posters up everywhere. It's really good to see that a poster that I designed and that I only expected to go up in a few short areas has managed to pop up everywhere. It's so good to see that people are engaged and active in this. Listen to that. This is why I love this area. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to follow the brook. This is the path I'm on now. If you live around here, give us a wave, all right? Oh, look at this. Oh, and there's another poster. I just noticed that. So thanks to whoever put the poster up there. I didn't put it there, but obviously it's before this. 4 years ago today, miss you, love, lots of love. Yeah, so rest in peace. Look what I've just found. Another sign! And this one's actually looking a bit better. The colour ones are the ones that are having more issues, so maybe that's something to remember. But yeah, the other one's actually doing really well here. Hopefully you all have signed and said no to it, because like I say, all this land here and all the land beyond it is all going to go soon, so we need to get onto it pretty sharpish. I'm going to take you down now to where the reservoir, the purpose-built reservoir for the basin of the water, has been designed. Not designed based on current plans, based on the previous plans. And look, there's a pond right there, a natural pond that just doesn't go away. They've put a fence around it, and they've also built, you see this here? All this along here is basically designed that if there's ever a flood from the pond, because there's too much water building up, it's designed to stop, and that's why, as you can see, it sort of goes up on a hill all the way around this area, all designed to catch the water. You can't mess with nature. Nature will always have other ideas, and as you see, look, it's getting deeper and deeper where they anticipate flood levels coming up. So they have thought about it, but as I say, not good. And as you can see at the end of this road, there's that monstrosity of a building going up. It's so big, isn't it? So ugly. And houses beyond it, all surrounding the area, which is an absolute shame. But again, we expected the houses to go up that way, but we didn't expect these 4-storey apartments. They were supposed to be 3-storey, but they got changed to 4. So, you know, what can you expect really? We're now entering Bog Wood, which by definition is floodplain language. Bog, you're in a bog. We want to live in a bog, managed by the Woodland Trust. Woodland Trust, where the hell are you? Load of forests and trees and everything around here that's about to get swamped with housing and people, and you've got your thumb up somewhere. Walking through this forest now, it's so sad because, I mean, look at this tree here. Look at that. It's probably been here for I don't know how long, but it's seen a lot in its lifetime. But if you imagine it, this whole area here used to be isolated from all population. The wildlife could be able to get on with its thing undisturbed. And now you've got houses just coming in from all sides, blocking it in, which will be full of people, creating more noise. You've got them all trampling through here, setting fires, you know, doing all sorts. And this place is such a shame. Look at that. I mean, I know that's not going to be forever, but it'll be replaced by people. So I'm now entering the part where Keckwick Brook meets the purpose-built Reservoir and nature, where I like to come and think and meditate. You can hear the water, can't you? Here we are. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Now this is Keckwick Brook. It's actually pretty low considering it's been a lot of rain, but I've seen it much worse than this, I tell you. But this is where they've obviously designed this viaduct downwards, and it feeds back into here. That bit there, you see, that's all fell away since the last time I came. It's obviously struggling a bit. Let's continue on. We're out and about now, around where not only the development is about to take place. See this lump of grass here? This is where they've built up the land. Well, they've built the land up around the brook, so that when this overflows, it overflows completely, it'll overflow these banks here and go all the way around here, so all this here will be flooded. Oh, hello train. So this whole middle bit here, you can see where they've dug all the way around. This is going to be filled with water. And this was only designed really for the last plans. So it wasn't even designed for houses to go there, all the way there, and all up here where you can see they started building over there. It wasn't even designed for that. So if you go down here, as you can see, there's already water draining. I don't know if you can see that. Hang on, let's go down a bit. I don't like being here. Yeah, there you are. You can see where the water started to drain out from this part. So in a couple of years' time, let's say a decade's time maybe, you're going to find all this filled with water, not just during flood times, but in Keckwick Brook isn't designed for all these houses going all the way around here. When it is built on, and there's nowhere for the water to go, but in this place, yeah, they've got a reservoir for it, but then where does it go? Straight out of this tube here, underneath here and out into Keckwick Brook, which is not designed to take all that water. This whole area is going to be water and houses basically. And obviously further beyond where you can see Marina Village just poking out the top there, that's going to be houses too if we don't stop it. Can you imagine that? All water here and all water surrounding this whole path, all because there's houses everywhere. Weird, isn't it? And I've just noticed that there's trees knocked down here and behind. They seem to be trimming back a little bit along here. As you can see, this whole area here too is sunk as well. It's sunken down with the path elevated beyond on both sides. So I'm assuming that it's all supposed to be filled with water. When you walk down this path here, you're going to have houses directly in front. So it's no longer going to be completely isolated from anything. It's just, you're just going to see all sorts. I mean, here you are. Here's another perspective. The reservoir. Imagine this whole bit here, all the way around, up to the top with water. On there, and there, and then obviously houses in the distance all the way along, quite close, and then all the way up the top of the hill to the railway line. And maybe even on this field. I'm not too sure what that field's going to be, but I think it's going to be also going to be houses. You don't build on floodplains because nature always has another idea. I don't know if you recognise this place. This is where I did my interview with Andrew Dyer. It's the first time I've been back since, actually. I've been busy. The one thing I did after that was put signs up, and as you can see, completely ripped off. And you can tell by the way it's been done that it's been done very harshly. Like they're like, get out of here. Now, just to put things into perspective a minute, I've spent about 40 quid. 25 of that was going halves with leaflets with a guy called Peter, who we both went halves on, and we got 500 leaflets plus the leaflets I'd already printed, which is about 30 leaflets on my own printer, which cost me about 12 to 13 quid. Then posters, and like the posters, Enough's Enough poster, which I designed. All those posters cost money, and yeah, I expected them to get damaged over time. We have every right to put posters up if they're allowed, right? If they're allowed to put those awful signs up there saying Homes England, to say this is what's going on, then I'm allowed to put my posters up in opposition of those signs. I invested money in it, and obviously people have helped with that too since, because I've obviously become a bit skint now. But to me, to rip them down off here is wrong. I've put a lot of effort into putting the signs up and making sure people were aware. People have the right to know. No, look, there's another train. People have a right to know that this whole area is about to get demolished, and that was a way of letting people know and getting them involved in the process. And they go on and rip them down. I was so angry at that, so angry when someone texts me saying, oh, by the way, the posters are gone. I've noticed as well, I put a sign up over there where the private land sign is right there, and that's gone too, which is rather annoying, but it didn't cost as much as the other ones. I put a sign right here, I think it was. Oh, there's the nails there. So they've ripped it down from there. Unbelievable. It doesn't matter either way, because the signs that I put up originally, when it was just me, Kelly and Richard, doing our thing, those signs were meant to draw publicity to get the cause bigger. And obviously since the event last week, we've got a lot more support, and it's starting to become, it's got its own energy now. So it doesn't really need as many posters. There's a social media presence, there's a petition, newspapers covering it. Have you noticed, by the way, look at this. A couple of these trees have started getting spray paint on. There's one down there too. Now I assume that's because they're going to start cutting them down. There's certain ones they're going to start cutting down as part of the development. Maybe you could tell me if that's the case, because not every tree has one. And as you can see, another sign has been completely ripped off. I mean, literally ripped off. You can see there's still bits of paper still attached, and they've just totally ripped it off. But the ribbon's still here, so maybe we should focus on ribbons instead then, eh? Everyone who wants to put a ribbon on, why not? Another sign's gone from over there. Let's go over this way and see if there's any more still dotted around. Oh look, all this area's been trimmed. Can you see? This was all really, really high. And this is what the tractor's been doing, I think. It's been trimming all sorts. No. Ripped off. Unbelievable, eh? It's not doing anyone any harm there. But obviously they're ripping them off so they don't get attention. I feel like doing more now just to wind them up. They've been very busy around here since the last time I came. They've been clearing up all these areas where the pylons are and which was overgrown. Is there a connection between that and signs going, eh? Walking out now towards the canal. So let's see if these posters are still up. So we've only got a week and a half to go, guys. No, completely gone. See? Gonna have to get some more of them done, I think. So there you go. I've just took you around the local area again, showing you the brook mostly, to show you where the flood plains are, show you what they've done to mitigate the flood. And I also got a bit carried away with the posters. It really irks me that they've been taking them down like that when it's full of information that local people need to know. I think they just don't want people to know it. You know why? Because we're winning. So join me at 6 p.m. at Sennymore School, where the consultation is being held, and let's have a bit of fun, eh? See you in a bit.